Some endings don't happen because the love disappeared. They happen because the foundation beneath that love quietly gave way. If you've been seeing angel number 1001, 1055, 222, 1111, 1122, and 1101, then this reading may resonate with you. If you've been feeling an old connection, unusually strong recently, wondering why they keep crossing your mind or questioning whether they'll ever find their way back into your life. Tonight's reading uncovers what may really be happening beneath the surface. Spirit reveals the difference between someone who truly changed and someone who has simply run out of ways to keep the game alive. Together, we'll explore why some people ration affection instead of offering genuine partnership, how deception slowly erodes even the strongest emotional bonds, and why your intuition may still be picking up on someone you've already left behind. More importantly, Spirit explains why sensing their energy is not the same as being called to reopen the door. As the reading unfolds, another truth emerges. While one person has been rebuilding their life on honesty and new beginnings, the other is being confronted with lessons that can no longer be avoided. This isn't a story about revenge or reconciliation. It's about the moment strategy reaches its limit, truth becomes unavoidable, and a foundation built on hidden cracks can no longer support the future it once promised. Tonight's message answers a question many have quietly carried in their hearts. Why is he never coming back? The answer has far less to do with distance than it does with character. Sometimes the greatest act of freedom isn't waiting for someone to return. It's understanding why the chapter had to close, why your future could only begin once you stopped building on someone else's illusion. Let's tap in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bethany Alexandria. I am your host and reader, Thelia. A warm welcome back to our new and returning viewers and to our subscribers. A special shout out. Welcome to Blind at Midnight. This reading may resonate with you, especially if you have been seeing repeated synchronicities of the following angel numbers: 1001, 1101, 1055, 444, 222, and 1122. Spirit guides that have inclined to unconditional love and divine service. What are the messages you have for those that will resonate with this reading? What is rising in the quiet? Three of Swords in the reverse. Recovery from being blinded and deceived, or being surprised and having to suffer the disappointment of said surprise. You may have been lucky enough to have managed to avoid this altogether. Let's see. This may also be a disappointment for some of you that's coming in. That's not really a disappointment at all. I'm getting a sense here that someone may have miscalculated maybe their sense of importance or their actions. Three of Swords to the Fool. Someone took a chance. They decided to do their big one. Or you decided to get out of Dodge by closing out a cycle that for you had all the bells and whistles of an incoming disappointment or heartbreak. What's the Three of Swords reversed? The Fool. Insecurities, self-esteem. What's insecurity, self-esteem? In the reversed, competition, the other woman. What's insecurities? The other woman reversed. Heartbroken, shattered, reversed. Aha. Uh-huh. This reading will resonate with you if you were in the vicinity of a situation that you consider not to be conducive to where you were heading or the journey that you had planned on being on. Whatever went on in this environment with the Three of Swords in the reverse, which was your warning bells that had you pick up your wallet, your keys, and leave, you felt a strong and potent sense of insecurity. And there was the presence of another energy. This may have been that of a feminine energy here. This energy, heartbroken, shattered in the reverse, the other woman in the reversed. If this was an actual physical party that materialized in your energy, this individual, while they may stand in the position of the other woman, they don't seem to be heart bound to whatever object, transaction, or relationship that they may have tried to attack. We have ghosted, disappearing. What are you avoiding by staying awake? This reading may be for the cross watcher. So, cross watcher, I'm seeing here that you were left without ceremony because you brought in a certain level of insecurity, or this was just a level of insecurity that was sitting in this energy. There's a conversation here about this other woman, this other feminine energy, and the insecurity that this attachment creates. Someone here chose to side with the other woman's energy because there was a sensitive situation between them that they were probably trying to contain. What's ghosted, disappearing? For what's being avoided by staying awake? We feel ghosted, we feel a matter of the past, we feel like a pawn in a game. That while we may have been the player, we're still lost. Ghosted, disappearing, the Four of Cups. Your offer is not being accepted, it is being refused. This individual is saying, I would rather pretend like you were not even a poof of dust at this point. I don't want whatever it is that you're offering. I cannot accept phantom offers. And this may be the crux of the situation here, collective, is that this individual was making a phantom offer because they kept themselves tied to the energy of someone else. I sense that we are heading back into the energy stream of those individuals who may have just left because of insecurities that you hold within self, internal energetic relationships that you need to dissolve on your own. Crossroads, direction in the crossing. There is a segue here, a split between what you want and what the other person wants. You feel that whatever it is that they're offering you, this is going to keep you in limbo. Crossroads, direction, crossing. This energy in the background, though, is wanting to, even if they're not acting upon it, they are wanting to come in and make an offer to you. This person in the 3D may be trying to cross paths with you. They may be watching you, studying your moves, studying your location, aka stalking, which is a crime depending on how deep they want to take this. But they want to run into you to make an offer. Yeah, Knight of Cups. This is coming in slow, coming in a place where you're comfortable to test your temperature. Hmm. What's the Knight of Cups here, guys? The gamer in the reversed. Would you consider accepting me even if I was shisty and I could have had people stalking you and watching you? Would you be okay entertaining even a conversation for me to tell you about how much I've changed? Gamer reversed, how much I'm no longer the same person, how much I'm no longer moving the same way. What is a truth you only admit in the dark? There is some level of confusion here. You're still working things through. This confusion fell on the Three of Swords in the reverse. So we're still, yes, supporting card, ex-lover, old spark. So collective, you're still trying to work out maybe gaps in knowledge, gaps in information regarding the whole affair in general. And you're also still in your head. This is a lot of mental magic when it comes to untying yourself from this heartbreak. Even if it was a heartbreak that you avoided, there is recognition of heartbreak, and that in and of itself is heartbreak. The fact that you had to run for the hills, the fact that you felt unsafe, the fact that you felt the need to close out a cycle really, really quickly, not even listen for the monologue and go, that is a lot to deal with. What is this mental whirlwind in your head still processing at the cerebral level, this ex-lover, old spark? Two of Swords in the crossing. Spirit guides for those who will resonate with this reading. Angel number 1122, 222, 444, 1101, 1001, and 1055. What is it that they are blinded to concerning this ex-lover old spark? This is causing the collective anxiety moving back in. You want to know whether this person will pop back up in your energy. There's a sense here. This energy is still reaching out for you, collective, even though there is a sense of distance between you. They are still trying to manifest you with the hand energy here. So my recommendation would be for you to do a cord cutting and a severance ritual, whatever you call it. Okay. It's the same thing you go through when you go through a divorce or separation and partners are actively in a room cleaning out things. Beyond just going through the motions, to help your healing and to help you heal on different levels of your own identity and consciousness, if you incorporate this at the soul level and you make this not just a thing that you're doing of separating, packing boxes and getting rid of things, you make it a holy thing. You make it a ritual of releasing. You make it holy. Someone in the room is confused about what this means. Stop being a silly, bloody child, but I'll get into it with you. You are separating with someone. Don't run away from all the reasons why it is not working and it is not for you. Make sure that the separation is clean. They are themselves and you are you. What did you have to do with it? How were you wet behind the ears? How were you immature? You bring into sacredness the act of separation and you don't create unnecessary friction. This is about bringing holiness to something that is bitter tasting and unpleasant, but it must be done because I cannot live with you another day. But I will still keep this holy because even though in your consciousness right now, you are so separated from yourself, I will hold the vibration of holiness. I will make sure that there is no trespassing. And even though I could be up in your face and tell you all the way up in through here about yourself, I won't. I'm going to keep my peace. And while you're going through the motions, it's not just throwing a photo away or burning a photo or putting things in a burn pile. It's about release. It's about clean, clear severance that is done at a contractual level that no one will comprehend but you. This is about divining, siphoning, recognizing, decoding, and turning the mess of that relationship into something that is useful and usable. Confused about this ex lover, old spark, whether or not they will be another relevant authority in your life. Are you unclear about this person's character? Are you unclear about how they showed up? Are you unclear about the motivations behind their actions? Why you are thinking maybe they may. So, okay. So, for some of you, there could have been a threat made here or a promise that on the condition of certain things, this ex-lover old spark, let's say if they got their stuff back together, they would be coming back in. And it is possible that this energy is being shared between you both, and they are also in their corner of the hemisphere of this earth holding this a similar vibration as you. Will we meet again? The answer is moving back in reverse. The female socket and the male socket shall not meet. Spirit guides, for those who need additional clarity and maybe thinking about an ex, or maybe still feeling and experiencing in tangible forms the energetic strings of this ex. Why is it that this person and the collective are being separated at this point? Can you give us 3 distinct cards? And then we'll move into what's happening between them. 3 cards for why you are not being brought back together. One more card, Spirit guides. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. Travel, experiencing new things reversed. The King of Swords in the reversed. This individual has, or between the both of you, because let's acknowledge that each person will have their own expectations for life. By the energy of these cards, your person is interested in being still, in remaining the same. They aren't looking to pursue new things. So I'm getting a very earthy, stubborn, and unmoldable energy that may be quite dense and weighted down. Collective, if you identify as an energy that is more high strung and energetic, in the pursuit of life and the unfolding of life, this energy is not about that. Their attitude towards new experiences is actually quite bitter. And they also, in their stories, they're not being forthright. No. There are things they leave out about the things that have added to who they are as a person or being. Spirit guides, in divine service, can we create some room for the cross watcher? For those who are open to receiving these messages, the next card pull will be directed towards the cross watcher to identify areas that you need to focus on to get you out of this. I feel a sense here that you're not necessarily showing love here. Yes, there is an offer that you would like to make, but your relevance isn't necessarily on display, maybe because you are blocked and shut out from continuing interacting with, building with the other. But I do sense here that this Knight of Swords energy, and especially being tied to experiencing new, this very similar to the Fool's journey here, that you may have suffered a few bumps and unexpected bruises along the way of life. And before I move into this, I hope and I would invite you to give yourself a chance and let's see where this can take us. Maybe your guides have a very important message here for you, okay? This work that we do here is always about accountability and real slim shadiness. There are times when I will, short of putting you up to my own nipples, which no, okay, you're not my man, okay, I will breastfeed you, I will sit with you, I will hold Shiva with you, I will leave the porch light on for you, and I will also drag you. The ultimate goal is for your growth. And that is what I need you to be in alignment with right now. Not my growth, not my vision for you and your growth, but your growth, your vision for self. Spirit guides, 3 cards for those who are ready to receive the messages for this reading. We have the Troll in the reverse. Stop being a stalker. Are you stalking someone? Okay, the Troll in the reverse. 5 of Cups in the reverse. Too many secrets. Okay. So for those of you who are the Troll in this story, a troll. Listen, don't disrespect trolls. Trolls are beautiful. Very earthy creatures, indeed. They delight in the happiness of the world when they're balanced. But for the sense of acknowledging, or for the purpose of acknowledging the other supporting cards, this is about your misbehaviors, your misdemeanors. Someone here may have a track record, a documented track record for some. This is about when you really get ugly, when you really have been down there in the city sewers on your belly. You haven't come up beyond the surface to eat anything. You've literally been feasting on rats at this point. This is doing grimy, dirty things to recover. Why? You have a lot of secrets. Tell us about these secrets, spirit guides. We don't care if you want to get into it or not. You're a player. There you go. And you mess with family home foundations. You postulate and you caricature and you gesticulate and put on a whole 1920s show by glowing off of fake relationship foundations. So you may be the type to have, first of all, the way that you move, you seem to always be in a place of loss. This is you in relation to how you move. This isn't about the other party anymore or the collective. This is about you and how you move. You move from a place of loss. And so at the root of this movement is loss. It doesn't matter if it was this lifetime or another. It doesn't matter if it wasn't directly from you, if it came from your mother or your father or your grandfather or your uncle or your sister or your brother. There is an energy here that has been playing out in your life that has kept you in a place of always feeling like you have to recover. And what that is saying to me here is that you have spent way too long, a considerable amount of time in lack. Every time you do something, it's a 555 situation. It's a change, but not a good change. It's a change that's tied to you being secretive because you feel like you know how to do this. You know how to be a player. You know how to run this home foundation. You know how to make things look good. You know how to repair things. You know, this is like you robbing Peter to pay Paul. Someone here could have played or tried to play a friend named Paul. The initials P, A, U, or L may be important. I'm seeing someone here using home foundation and family as a shroud and a guise for taking energy and putting here, putting everywhere. Your approach hasn't been working. For your age, do you consider that this is victorious for you, considering how many times you've been in this place? How many times you've been wanting to work from the same sandbox of these secrets and wanting to make tactical maneuvers, player strategic moves from this dirty sandbox filled with cat litter, poopy poo in a home foundation? You wanting to look good with this kind of sewer energy around you is ridiculous. You need to give up the ghost, just as Christ did, alchemically, spiritually, and figuratively, and physically if you want. But you really need to give up this ghost. It's not successful. You may feel that something has been ages as well. Spirit guides, what's happening between those who resonate with this reading and the collective? Multi-personality, double-faced. This could be even the moon as well. Hecate. Three faces reversed. This is the releasing of fakeness, deception in the upright. This energy sensed what you were about. And it wasn't even about you being multi-personality, because a lot of individuals, depending on the mind frame that you come into this world with and how awakened you are, you take on labels of different illnesses and conditions, not realizing that this is a place in which the divine wants you to work, so it may be exalted through you. Some individuals are highly multi-dimensional, high vibrational, high functioning, Neurodivergent individuals thinking that they have conditions. Are you functioning in other areas of your life in a sane way? And this is why it's so important. And yes, and I I've cried tears for those who have come into this life without a sense of knowing, because even with a sense of knowing for my own journey, I have also cried many tears, because the enemy will always find a way to try to deceive you. For those in this reversed troll energy, this troll on steroids energy, the problem isn't about you being a troll. It's how you go about it. The collective decided that because you used it in a negative way, it was deceptive to them. Children in the reverse, this may have been someone that you had children with, or you talked about family building and planning. Seven of Swords in the reverse, popping through the deck here. Someone here may have gone on a jet ski, seen a jet, or taken a jet. We have change transition in the upright. Mm-mm. The innocence that you feigned, your deception was evident. It was floating all around you. There was a stench around you. And this is why this individual has decided that whatever let's say you were to reduce yourself to a gaseous substance, whatever it is, you would warrant the caution hazardous symbol. You would need a WMIS data sheet for sure. Spirit guides, let's do two sets of advice. Three cards for the collective who decided to leave on this fool's journey, refuse this tainted cup of offer, move away from being solicited by individuals who would be deceived. Three cards, please. We have the microdoser reversed, King of Cups reversed. Hiding behind the microdoser, we have the Two of Cups. It is a no. No towards being strung along in insignificant, contemptuous love dynamics where you think that you are being a player and strategic because you have a very weird way that has never worked. But yet here we are again, and you want me to go on your crazy train? It's a no for me. For those who have been the one going around, round and round and round and round and round, what is your advice, Spirit? We have financial wealth, finances, student loan 50-year plan, reversed. Why is this reversed, Spirit guys? And we have knowledge tree or ganja, marijuana tree in the crossing. This troll energy, Spirit's advice to you is to focus on your wealth and move away from borrowing and siphoning intelligence and energy overall from other sources. The plan that you had, that you have been applying unsuccessfully and to a disgraceful degree of failure, it needs to stop. You need to overturn this. You need to gather up all the water by sponge, take it outside your home and throw it down a culvert, a city drain, or a gully. Someone here may be doing a purification ritual. This isn't working, my love. 1111 coming through on the timer. This is not working. I believe this has been a lot. I will leave you with what is. I see here that there's another card that we did not pick up, the Four of Wands in the reversed. Microdoser reverse, the Two of Cups reverse, King of Cups in the upright, the Four of Wands in the reverse. I'm choosing self-love. This is what the collective is saying. I'm choosing that which in and out of myself is balanced. That brings me joy and fulfillment. I am saying no to situations that would lead me to losing my stability, my peace, my sense of well being. If you found this reading to be enlightening, revealing, or affirming of your experience, I invite you back for the next reading. Until next time, bye for now.